Hey y'all. Well, we made it through the storm. Look how beautiful it is now. Nice and peaceful. Beautiful and calm. There may be a little bit of damage somewhere around here, I don't know. Sometimes storms that we go through do bring some damage, and we have to deal with that damage afterwards. But we came through the storm. And it's turned out to be an absolutely beautiful day. Now, it's time for us to go, and I've really enjoyed it. I've enjoyed the property, the beauty of the property, the beautiful live oak trees, and being on the bay, and just all the incredible birds. Especially, I'm a particular lover of those they're flying so fast you can't see them, but the seagulls that have, they're white with a black head and a white ring around their eye. They're so cool looking. And of course, my favorite, the pelican. They're absolutely monstrously big. They look small in the air, but when you see them land on something up close, it's big. And they also have cranes. There's been some cranes flying by with their long feet. They look like pterodactyls. Anyway, I just thought I would follow up with y'all and talk about what about when you're on the other side of the storm. Well, first of all, be grateful. Be grateful for what you're not going through. I know that doesn't discount the pain or suffering when we go through something difficult. It's not meant to discount it, but sometimes one of the greatest remedies, one of the greatest antidotes for going through pain is gratefulness, thankfulness. Because there's always something that we don't have happening that we're thankful for. And a lot of it is perspective and attitude. If you just look and go, well, today this happened, and today this happened, and today this happened, you're just going to ruin it. You know, I could have done that yesterday or day before yesterday because right as we got in the car in the driveway, the car shut off and the battery was completely dead. We had it packed. We had things on ice in the cooler, and we're like, what in the world are we going to do? And so my husband went and got a battery. Where he purchased it, they put it in for free. So he came back. In the meantime, I washed some dishes, did some stuff. And so we left about an hour and a half later, but it wasn't a problem. And then I think we got here, and this is not the room that we had paid for. We specifically, I think we had to pay a little more. And for the room that we wanted, that was the same one as last time, that was out over the pond. That big, long, beautiful pond you'll see in some pictures. But, and on either side, we were on the 8th floor, so when you looked out this way, or when you looked out that way, not the 8th floor, what were we on? 4th? Anyway, we're real high up. You could see the ocean that way and the ocean that way. And you could look down on the pool in the distance, all in the distance. But you know what? Since we've been here, we've been right here at the water. And we get to hear the slushing of it up against the pier and the wall, which is almost like the crashing of waves. It's really been nice. And also getting to look at the marina over there and watch seabirds fly out over those beautiful boats. And right here at these, at first we thought, well, God, the view is blocked by these trees. It's like part of the view is the trees. These are live oaks. We love them. I've taken 100 pictures of these things. They're so beautiful. The way their branches are so, they take such different shapes and directions, and it just implies to me that they've seen a lot of storms and they've grown through them, and they may have not withered, but maybe they've changed direction in the way they were growing. And maybe that's what happens to us. Maybe when we go through the storms, it changes the direction of the way that we're growing, maybe even the way that we're going. But it still has great value. So I just want to encourage you today that whatever you may be going through, that you look for the positive and you'll find it. When you're going through a storm, instead of worry about it or freak out during the storm, turn to the Lord. Trust in God. Look at those scriptures that we've talked about, and I'll give you another huge list of scriptures. But there's all kinds of scriptures to turn to when you're afraid and when you're struggling. And when you go to those scriptures, we call them the scriptures. It's the words that God would say to you, and that's where we get the comfort, because we know that's what He would say, and we know absolutely that He is present. And so we have to trust Him that what He can do and what He will do may be different things, but we can still trust Him. We can trust Him. And people say, well, how can you trust Him with what I'm going through? Because this is the God who went to the cross for you. This is the God who gave up. Look, I hope you got to see that. A whole line of pelicans just went by. I wonder if I caught it. I don't know if I did. Anyway, they're huge. They are so big. Here. I hope you got to see it. I don't know. I don't know if it'll come across or not. Anyway, I just wanted to encourage you today that you are not alone. That no matter what you go through, the Lord is with you, and He's perfectly able to help you through. And you may not always find happiness in each day, but you can find joy in each day. That is a choice to turn to the Lord and find joy. And ask Him for it. He'll give it to you. He won't let you down. All right, y'all, so I better run. And love y'all so much. And we'll talk to you again soon. Oh, more and more pelicans are flying by. Thank you, Lord. He knows I love those birds. Bye.